I do wonder what they were thinking. Let's make a Christmas-themed horror movie. I mean, that's never been done before, right? Even here in the Netherlands, we gave our own twist to the age-old formula by making it about Santa Claus. You know, the original Santa Claus? Well, the twist here is, besides the fact that this is a PG-13 rated horror comedy, is the fact that it is based on the myth of Krampus. Yes, we're gonna take a look at, well, Krampus. Directed by the guy that also brought us the, well, dare I say it, cult hit Trick or Treat back in 2009. Let's see if he has another potential classic in him with this one.
So, we follow this nice, normal family that's having the shitty, trashy part of the family over for Christmas. The son of the nice family, Max, he is super excited for Christmas. But when his low-life family ruins the good spirit, he rips up his letter to Santa and throws it out of the window. Uh-oh. I guess he shouldn't have done that. Because what follows is a crazy winter storm which indicates the arrival of, yes, Krampus.
Sounds about right. And if you're not familiar with the whole Krampus mythology, well, neither am I. But really all you need to know is that it originated in some of the German-speaking areas in Europe, and that he is, well, especially in the context of this movie, the opposite of Santa Claus. So he doesn't reward the good kids, he punishes the bad ones. Here in the Netherlands we actually have a character that kind of does both at the same time. It's Zwarte Piet, you know, Black Pete. He is said to, give candy to the well-behaved, but beats the kids' asses with a roux if they're misbehaved. Ha, good old Black Pete. Anyway.
The family thinks that it is just a freak storm until the German grandmother explains her encounter with Krampus many years ago in this pretty cool little animated sequence. And after this, Krampus and his helpers try to steal away each member of the family, and soon the remaining characters find themselves in a battle between good and evil where they need the combined strength of the family to fight off the evil doings of the spirits that try to ruin Christmas.
Okay, wow, that sounds pretty epic. Nothing like a Christmas movie that may, or may not, warm your heart right after watching it. But all jokes aside, I did actually kind of like this movie almost immediately, from the get-go, so let's see.
I like the cast. The father of the trashy family is played by David Koechner, who we recently also saw in Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
Always be prepared, Boy Scout.
I like that guy, he's great in this as well. His wife is played by Alison Tolman of Fargo the series fame. That was a little odd, since she is so lovable in that show, but I think you're not supposed to instantly like her in this movie. And then, the unexpected, uninvited member of the family, their low-life aunt, played by, well, Berta, of 2.5 Men fame. That definitely brought a smile on my face. Yeah, I thought the cast was great. The kids perhaps not so much, which mostly was a problem with Max, since he had a relatively important role. But hey, the atmosphere was great. Well, mostly during the outdoor scenes, the whole snow setting. I love that, it looked so freaking cool. Yeah, kudos for that.
Yeah, that was great. In general, I don't really have that much to complain about this movie. If anything, I guess it's the way that they balance both the horror and the comedy aspect of this movie. Since it's a horror comedy. And I've actually read more people complaining about this, so well, let's take a quick look.
It's like, it starts out almost like a straight comedy, with the whole title sequence and early on the conflict between the decent and the trashy side of the family. But then you go further into the movie and it gets pretty dark. There's some straight up like horror suspense sequences. But then later David Koechner gets attacked by an army of gingerbread men in this gremlin-y scene, which is so goofy that you can't take it seriously at all. While at the same time, other members of the family are fighting off some seriously creepy dolls in the attic, which is one of the more awesome scenes, by the way. I don't know, it just seems like it was trying to be both, both funny and suspenseful. I just think that it would have worked better if they balanced this a little more consistently throughout the whole movie.
And on top of that, they end the movie with a, well, not a twist, but it's definitely an ending that both confuses and divides audiences. quite a bit. If you go to, for example, the IMDb message boards, you'll find that people can't even agree on whether this movie has a happy or an unhappy ending. I mean, that's pretty confusing. And they actually give hints for both explanations, you know, whether you want it to be happy or unhappy. But at the same time, there's also a lot of contradiction going on. I honestly feel like they kind of messed up a little bit there. But I forgive him. The ending doesn't make or break the movie. Plus, you know, I have peace with my interpretation of it, so it's all good. So, in conclusion, what we have here is a light-hearted, hence the PG-13 rating, somewhat unbalanced horror comedy that's pretty well made and will most likely entertain you for some 90 minutes. I liked it. Disagree? Let me know. I'm curious. And, well, that's all for today. Peace!